I did it right.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Carter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So excited for you. I'm just going to turn the volume up a little bit so I could hear better. What an amazing show, and I'm so thrilled for you. And I have to tell you, after I talked to you, I think like 2 days ago, I just was so blown away by the maturity and wisdom you have. Just when you're talking about believing in yourself and not worrying what about other people think, if you just have that confidence, and it's not about being egotistical, you're still humble, but just knowing you're good. And I just thought that was amazing advice, and I just love that you said that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I think you are wise beyond your years. Really.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So how does, I mean, first of all, how did you, were you able to celebrate with your brother? You talked to your brother at least?
Yes, I did. I talked to my brother, my dad, my grandparents, my cousins. They're all screaming, cheering, crying, hollering. They're insanely proud.
And Gwen, you brought Gwen her first win. How does that feel?
That feels awesome. If I had any reason to win, it was definitely for her, because she is such a phenomenal coach and she deserves all the credit in the world. And so I'm just so happy that I was able to be the first person out of Team Gwen to give her the trophy, because she completely deserves it. What
is something that you really learned with working with Gwen?
Something I learned working with Gwen, she taught me a lot, but I think one thing that she taught me was to be myself on that stage, because throughout Gwen's music career, she's always been her own unique individual, and she's thriving and everyone knows her and loves her, and that's what she encourages me and her other artists to do as well, and that's really worked. I just kind of want to show my emotion and my heart on stage and kind of show who Carter Rubin is as an artist, and she's really helped me grow.
That's what I love about you, and I think that's why probably both of you vibe so well, is because you have an amazing voice and you are so unique, and it's something to be celebrated, and I think she is the perfect coach for that. I just remember when she being a teenager and listening to No Doubt and just loving her and feeling it's okay to be different, you know?
Sure.
I love that. I'm curious, that I'm a big fan of, I love the Muppet movies, and I loved that you did Rainbow Connection. That was personally one of my favorite performances all season long. But what was one of your favorite performances?
That was one of my favorite performances for sure. That was probably my favorite performance of mine that I did this season, because I just remember feeling so proud after it, like walking off stage. I wanted to make it very raw and broken down and intimate and just pure. And Gwen obviously loved it. She was crying and she said it was perfect. And I just remember feeling so happy. And it is the performance that got me to the finale.
It was amazing. And I think definitely Jim Henson Studios should have you over there in the near future sometime. Like next time.
That's where we recorded all of our studio versions of our songs. We drove to Jim Henson Studios, and it was so funny because I was recording Rainbow Connection there, and it was like all the Kermit stuff and all the Jim Henson stuff, and it was like, this is so ironic. This is so weird.
I love that building with like the big. You see the big.
Yes.
How's your fan? Like, what's it like? You've now you have a great fan base now that has built around because of the show. What is that like? How does that feel?
It's crazy to call them my fans. I rather call them like my friends, my supporters. They name themselves Rubies, which I really love. They're the reason I won. They voted and they supported me, and they really just came through, and it means so much to have people like them rooting for me. It's amazing.
What I love about you too, I think you have fans of all ages. Like I remember the episode where Blake was talking about, I think his mother is a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
And I think your music really transcends to many ages, which I love. And I think it goes back to you just being yourself, and people love that authenticity.
Right.
Not just people. What's one of the first things you want to do when you get home though?
When I get home, I just want to squeeze my dad, squeeze my brother, and have a big pajama party with lots of food, ice cream, movies, and just a big old grand celebration. And because I've been away from my family for a while, and I just can't wait to see them again.
Well, at least it's perfect timing now. You will be home for Christmas, so that is Your timing on the voices part.
Timing is always impeccable.
Was your phone just like going off after last night's show?
I think it was like 200 and something text messages. I kid you not. It was crazy. And my phone was, it's still blowing up.
I'm sure it's going to be.
Over 100 Snapchats, and I'm like trying to answer them all. But it's really good to know that people care and they've supported me and they're happy for me.
I mean, you're such a lovely person. I just don't understand how anybody could not be happy about it.
Thank you so much.
And you had a chance to, I love that your grandfather comes from music. Have you had a chance to talk to him?
Yes, I have. He is so proud of me. He's so happy. He always gets teary-eyed and he can never talk about me because he always starts to cry. He's just really proud, and I'm so happy I got the singing and performing from him, and he's really taught me so much when it comes to music, and I'm just so happy to have him as my mentor.
I love that. I think that's just amazing. What are some of your biggest musical influences?
I love the male pop contemporary artists like Harry Styles, Louis Capaldi, Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes. Like, if I were to record an album one day, that's what I would want it to sound like.
I like that you said if you were to, because I think you definitely are going to be recording an album sooner than later.
Yeah, I definitely want to get in the studio and record some songs. Gwen actually told me it's time for me to start writing music, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. So.
And I love that you are a songwriter. What is your process in writing music?
I have to be inspired to write something. Like, I have to feel what I'm writing. I can't write something if I'm not feeling it, like, at the moment, you know? I really just want to write lyrics that are meaningful and vulnerable, and that music that I just feel in my head and my heart, and that music that I can relate to and that others can relate to.
I love that. I think you should write a song that you and Gwen could do together, because I think that would be Is there any musicians that you would love to collaborate with in the future?
Well, if I could pick like any singer in the world, I have a huge crush on Ariana Grande.
She's amazing.
I would love to work with her in the future. She's has the voice of an angel, and I just love her and everything about her. So that would be like a dream come true.
I think your voices would be amazing together, so I support it. From the start of the, I kind of want to go back to like when you first were auditioning. Like, how did that feel the first time on the stage to maybe your last time on the stage? Was there like a difference? Did you feel like more of a confidence?
For sure. I like to tell people I went into this a boy and now I'm leaving a man. When I auditioned, I was only 14 years old, and there's no live audience to feed off of. There's only a virtual audience in the backs of 4 superstars. Like, that's incredibly intimidating. Like, it was insane, and luckily it worked out. John turned around and Gwen turned around, and I went with Gwen, and it obviously worked out. I definitely grown because of her. She's given me so much incredible advice, and I definitely, comparing like my first performance and my last performance, I just have this newfound confidence, and I think you could even see in my performance, I just feel more comfortable on that stage because I've done it before. I can do it many times again.
Yeah, I mean, you own it. It's yours. It's yours. I'm sorry, I'm just readjusting myself. I'm in an awkward position.
You're good.
Is there like anything that you want to say to your rubies out there?
To my rubies, I love you guys. I love your support and your love. It just means everything to me. The way you've come through these past 3 weeks, you've voted and you've been supporting me, and I see all of your messages. You're so inspiring. You're so touching, and I love each and every one of you. And if COVID didn't exist, I would hug each and every one of you. But I'm so blessed and so thankful for you guys.
I just have to say, like, I love who you are and that you own that, because I think growing up as a teenager, it is, you get picked on sometimes if you're a little bit different. And like I always celebrated being different, but and to like see somebody that is amazing and awesome like you that it's accepting, I think is a big deal to a lot of teenagers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just want to inspire people to do what they love to do because I'm doing what I love to do and it's going pretty great. And so I want others to feel the same way.
Well, I'm 40. I'm not a teenager anymore, and you're inspiring to me. So I think it kind of goes to inspire everybody. And I just
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
it's just a warmth that comes off of you that's very authentic. And
Thank you.
who doesn't want to like you?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Of course. I did want to ask one thing because in my years of covering The Voice, one of the reasons I love this show so much is that the contestants really truly become like family. It is an authentic friendships that are created. It's not just for camera at all, and you really get to see behind the scenes, seeing the love that you guys have for each other.
Yeah.
What was that like, and what was like getting to know? I know it's a weird situation now, but you did get to see the contestants.
Yeah, even with masks on.
Yeah. How was that, and did you build any friendships in that?
I built so many friendships. Some of the artists that were older that are so skilled and so seasoned and have been going at this for a long time are such incredible role models for me because they know exactly what they're doing and what they want to do, and they've been so nurturing to me and have treated me like I'm one of the adults, which feels nice. They're just so awesome, and the ones that are closer to my age, they're like my new best friends, and I'm just so grateful that I met each and every one of them. I didn't know them in the beginning of this year. I met them in July, and now I can't imagine what life was like without them. They're just, I feel like such a huge part of my life. We're called the minor chords because we're all minors and we have parents with us. So that's kind of the nickname for ourselves, but they're literally like my best friends.
I love that. I think there should be minor chords t-shirts. I think those should be available.
Sure. World tour.
I love that. There should be a minor chord world tour.
Yes.
You've really been such a joy to watch all season, and
Thank you.
you're just a lovely person. And again, like I think at your age you know more than a lot of adults I know, and it's so refreshing. It's as easy to get jaded sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
You are so refreshing, and I just see amazing things for you in the future, and I thank you so much for this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm excited for what's to come.
Me too. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
My mom is a big fan, by the way, as well. She watches Voice
What'd
every
you say? I
season.
apologize.
Huh?
What'd you say? I missed
My
that.
mother's a big fan too, as well. She
Aww,
watches every season, and she loves
that's so nice.
So
Tell your mom thanks.
I will definitely.
Tell her I said hi.
I will definitely. And thank you so much, Carter.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a nice holiday.
And you too, and have fun with your family.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.